and welcome to everybody else for joining. I was going to say the show, but for joining our very first AMA of 2024. It's exciting, like the music, all upbeats. We're all upbeats. It's good to be back here at BTAF Token, BitcoinTAF.com, and great to see some people from around the world joining as per usual. And we'll be waiting for more people as they join in and along. And in this AMA today, we've got a few things lined up. Some of the regular stuff, some new stuff, some fun stuff, and all very pertinent stuff as well. Cool to be back. Good to see everybody's faces and your names down below. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, lineup for today. Here we go. As per usual, Morris is going to be setting the tone, all upbeat. There's obviously no forward projection and forward-looking prices, but we are looking forward to this AMA in the year ahead. So Morris is going to be giving us a brief little update on the general market sentiment, as well as touching on a BTAF buy again. Very important, very exciting stuff coming up there. Again, always evolving within BitcoinTAF.com. We're going to be hearing then from Vicky as well, just regarding the latest in the current staking contract, which is quite important. Hopefully all of you, ladies and gents, already got all your BTAF tokens in there and having some great and accumulative rewards being generated for you all. Then Nico's been chatting to us again. Really, really excited. We can't wait for these little pups to be released and set free and adopted left, right, and center. We're going to be chatting all about those CyberDogs NFTs. So super exciting for that. On that note, I hope you, ladies and gents, all of you took part in the latest Clean contest back in December. Some really great NFT-like cards there with those pups, that's the season pups. I'll be touching on that a little later, and we'll be having a little game towards the end of this month as well, just to keep things fun and light. Speaking of fun and light, Wendy's going to be chatting to us, of course, about the latest developments and updates around the IPO members channel, their call, as well as the latest in the gifting airdrop as well. And then, of course, the Q&A section down below, ladies and gents, please make use of. Drop your questions in there so we can get to them during the course of this call, as well as perhaps even at the end of this call. So without further ado, Moritz, it's over to you.
Thank you, John, and welcome to everybody from around the world. This is Marius Lampman here. So I'm quickly going to run through the BTAF price chart that you can see on the screen here. Now, as you can see, we launched here on this date of 10 October 2022. The market went up. We had a bit of a pullback here, typical with the Elliott wave, a WABC correction, or WXYXZ, you know, to the bottom. Then we had this almost about 1,000% spike to conclude that top. And you can see here that for the last year, we've literally just been coming down, 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 down. But the good news now, we had the breakout there, the retest, and we up and away. So if you look at Elliott wave, basically, and we're just going to calculate that, then you basically look at leg 1, 2, 3, 4. There's another spike coming to that. And of course, that will be kind of like just a minute wave. Let's just make that quickly black here, or let's say blue, just to distinguish between the different colors there. And what we can do, if we just take out that line, I just want to show you what's coming. And remember, we've been talking about this, you know, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 move to complete 1. And then obviously, this will then be earmarked as leg 1, the red. We will have a bit of a pullback there, and we expect that we will go upwards here. Now, remember, what I'm showing you here now is not a forward-looking price. This is based upon Elliott wave technical analysis. We're allowed to do that. There's no problem with that. But I don't want to come here today and tell you, hey, this coin is going to jump up 1,000%. You know, it's not what we're trying to do. Remember, read that little comment there. The BTAF token is a utility DeFi token. When the hammer starts dropping on the cryptocurrencies, and trust me, it's going to happen, but we will be safeguarded. Your token that you buy, we're not going to be in the basket of, hey, this is a security token, you need to hold operations. We've done everything correct in Australia. We've consulted with the Australian Securities and Investment Commission. We've made sure that we have every regulation in place, that we follow that. So you can rest assured that we do everything by the book. You may find that other meme coins, they go like this, doop, 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 up, and they drop again. And then they go up, and then they drop again. Look at us, we're stable. I'm not here to build a business that will make us quick, fast money in 1 month, and then everybody loses when everybody sells at the top. I want a business that's sustainable, that can do business over the next 5 years, 10 years, and 20 years. And our entire team has got that philosophy. We build something with a solid background. And you can see this base here, that base that was created, that is kind of like our concrete base where we are building the business upon. Now, let's take this token and we move over to here. With a $3 million market cap, the BTAF token is really in good shape. The room for growth is enormous. Now, remember this now, that the BTAF token is the economic activity token for BitcoinTAF.com. So it's the native token. We just say the EAT, economic activity token, because it's the engine driving the business. Soon people will get paid in commissions with BTAF. You can now, as a matter of fact, you can buy certain products in BTAF, which people do, and it can be used in global ecosystems. But let's have a look quickly at BitcoinTAF.com, the company behind the BTAF token. We've got about a 60,000 member base. Now, remember, that member base grows. We don't really actually know 100% how many members we have. Because you look at BitcoinTAF.com, we've got mariuslandman.com, and we're going to amalgamate all that in this year. And then we've got a whole bunch of other subscriptions based upon the BTAF token website, the email database and all that kind of stuff. But we reckon conservatively that we've got about 60,000 members. Then we can see that there's about a 23% growth year on year with regard to the growth of members. So we're growing, and I reckon that we're going to hit, at one point, we're going to hit 1 million members. And this is where we're going to and heading into. You can now see that the cryptocurrency market is not declining. Just overnight, we had 11 ETFs that got approved by the Securities and Investments Commission, and that is good news for everybody in the world. The active subscriptions is improving by approximately about 7% year on year. Our churn rate, this is the big deal here, is less than 1%. No other company in the world has got this low churn rate. A churn rate basically means somebody subscribes for long-term trade reports, for example, and then after 2 months they say, oh, I don't want this. This is not good information, and they leave. Now, the churn rate is actually very low, unseen. If you look at our statistical data, people sign up and they keep their subscription because we provide the world's best data. Nobody has the algorithm that we have. We've got a proprietary, we call it the BitcoinTAF proprietary algorithm data. What we do is we grab data from all around the world, we bring it into a smart system that I have designed, us and our team. It comes into this data, we mix that data around, and it kicks us out a future model what Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies will do. And those of you that are subscribed to the long-term trade reports have stood literally with awe, if I can say it, with respect. Yeah, I'm not trying to brag here, but you stood with awe seeing how accurate it is. You can't fault it. You know, there's a guy who tried to make a video of how many mistakes we made. And the mistake is like, hey, this guy said it's going to go to 33,110. He missed it by $10. Yeah, it's a laughable video, really. You know, but the overall trend of the entire Bitcoin that we predict is 100% correct. You cannot fault it. So that data is our proprietary data, and our members were aware of what's going to happen with the, let's say, the Bitcoin ETF approvals. They know what comes next, and they know what comes next. We know what's going to happen in February. We know what's going to happen in March. That's why we're growing, and that's why our churn rate is very low. Worldwide, you have about a 5 to 7% churn rate. So we are way below that. In regards to the commissions that we paid out, if you look back since 2016, and it's in our, if you look at the BitcoinTAF compensation or revenue plan, you'll find a data point on the bottom that was done by an accountant, and compared to Bitcoin today, we paid out about $6 million in Bitcoin commissions. Now, remember this now, in 2016, you have to take this into account as well, that when we paid Bitcoin out, we would pay about, let's say, 1.5 Bitcoin or 0.5 Bitcoin in 2016 or 17 when Bitcoin was about $1,000. So if you take all the Bitcoin that we paid out and bring it over to today's value, it would be about 6 million. So you just need to understand that figure correctly. Then our statistical data points, what we've discovered in 2023 is that we've hit about 30 statistical data points at this moment every hour. This means that every hour there is a number of sales, there's a number of transactions, there's a number of downloads, there's a number of reports going down. So I believe that is actually very low, but you're going to find that we're going to hit 1 million. I reckon by the end of this year, we will hit 1 million statistical data points. And then remember this now, when you buy a cryptocurrency, that is a utility DeFi token, you want to know, has this utility token, is there a working project behind it? And the working project behind it is what you see now, what I'm showing you here. It's a utility DeFi token. So apart from that, we've got about 212 million report downloads as of the end of 2023. I prepare the long-term trade reports. Nico prepared the MTT reports. I also do the Elliott Wave reports, and now we've got the NASDAQ and Dow Jones report coming out. So we're going to tackle the big boys. We're going to get into Wall Street. We're going to prepare the reports, and we're going to be way better than them. Why? Because we have an algorithm that predicts the stock market and it predicts cryptocurrencies. And we're going to create havoc there. And, you know, our first report that came out had the most amazing results from people. There are coins there that we predict that can go up 200,000% in the Dow Jones. This is specifically on NASDAQ, but those reports will be coming out now. So what we are saying here is that we have 212 million reports that have been downloaded. So when you look at these statistics, it's actually mind-boggling. Now, when you go to a meme coin, let's call it meme, whatever the coin is, meme X. I'm just going to say meme X. There's not a coin like this. But when you go there, you have to ask yourself a question. Who is behind the coin? What are they doing? And you'll find that 99, let's say 90% of coins have got no working project. As we grow, the utility of the BTAF token is going to become a lot more popular, without giving you, and all of us here, guys, we have to be so careful, you know, we don't want to attach value to this. All I'm showing to you here is that there's a wave coming, and that wave, the cycle, the trend is upwards. Okay, so protect the BTAF token when you posted it out on social media. We don't want to attach value. We just want to say that the BTAF token is the economic activity token of bitcointaf.com. It's a working project. Now let's go to the BTAF token quickly here to the website. If you log onto the website, you'll see we haven't changed much on it, and we're not going to make major changes. We just want to leave it there. It's working. Why change something that's already working? You know, we can make the website look a little bit better, maybe more colorful and whatever, you know, but we're just going to leave it like it is now, and in time we will change it a little bit. But when you scroll down, you're going to see a few extra buttons here. There's one that's going to come in there. It's going to show the transactions. I think we had a look today. There's about 25,000 transactions so far since we started. It's enormous. You know, there's a lot of growth coming. All the points that I showed you now will come in here, and there will be another button here that says buy direct. Now, I'm just going to go and focus on the top here. When you go to the top, you have the BTAF token, BTAF key, team, stake, BTAF pay, blog. And when you click on that now, you're going to see there's another button there. It says buy direct. Within about, let's say, a month after we've tested the buy direct, it's actually live now. You can actually go and have a look at it. But remember this now, we're still working on it. There's a video that we still need to do, but it's working. If you want, you can go and trial it, test it. It's actually working. And by the way, guys, to get that working was like literally nearly impossible. We've just got the best coders in the world and the best people that's working behind the project to make it secure, reliable, and very fast. So when you click on PancakeSwap, obviously you're going to go to PancakeSwap, you know, to this site here, which is PancakeSwap. But there's another step that you have to do. Go here, you have to import BTAF token. What we've done now, we've literally cut it out and we said buy direct. And as I say, soon PancakeSwap will move. So when you click buy direct, you're going to come to this page here. It's going to load a little bit slow because we're just on Zoom. And what it will do, you'll see here that you'll have buy, btaftoken.io. That's why you're going to know that you're on the right side. But trust me, even if there's hackers that want to do what we've done here, it's literally impossible to duplicate what we have done, because you can only set one connection back to PancakeSwap. And that's how they secure it. So nobody else can duplicate this. This is actually really amazing, because we wanted to design it and put it on different pages and stuff. You can't do it. You can only have one connection. So what you're going to see here, it's secure, fast, reliable on the top. Now I can go and connect my wallet here. So that's all you need. So I go here, I connect my wallet. I'm not going to do it right now. It'll take too much time. But once the wallet is connected, and you can have a few other wallets here and so on, you can connect that too. We worked and we rectified every single one of them. So they all are working now. Then what you do, you simply put your BNB in what you want. Now, if you want, you can literally go, and if you have USDT in your wallet, you can buy with USDT. Now, remember, we still need to fund the wallet of USDT and get some liquidity in there, but in time it's going to happen. And then hopefully by the somewhere in this year, we plan to launch on an exchange or two if we need to. But we don't really need an exchange. People can go to the website, they can buy the BTAF tokens. We don't need a exchange really to buy it. The exchange will give us just a little bit more accessibility to wider market. So we will look at that in time. But for now, this is our step that we do. So you put in how much BTAF tokens you want, you connect your wallet, and then there's a button that will come up here that says buy. It's so simple, guys. And you can literally go, you can literally buy and sell in seconds. You don't even have to log in to an exchange. You buy your tokens in and out. And if you want to verify the transaction, of course, you can go here to this one here. And wow, look at all these buy orders. Buy, 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 buy. Who's buying all these? But your transaction will come up here. Okay. So when let me just go back to where were we? Okay. And then here's a small chart that just gives you an overview of what's happening with the BTAF token. In time, we will modify that, make it better. And then there's a video here that will come here. Within about 7 days to a week, the video will be completed. Just a 30-second video for new people, not for you and I, but you and I, we know how to connect a wallet. We know how to download MetaMask. And on the bottom, you can download MetaMask here if you want. You can go directly here to BTAF Stake. You can go to products and services. And of course, you can get this HODL Fire here, just a link to that. That link will constantly change every month. There will be a new link just promoting some products and services. So although the colors are a little bit out, once we're done here, these colors will be fine. But the point is here, what I want to show you, what we told you about 2 or 3 months ago, that come here in January, we're going to launch this. This is launched. It's working. You can go and try it. Go and buy $10, $12, $20 worth of tokens or BNB. Swap and sell, and this is working 100% correct. And then of course here, remember, if you want to use PancakeSwap, you can still click on that link and go directly to PancakeSwap. And then learn trading, that will take you to the Arnold's course and all those courses, that if you want to learn trading. And then of course, remember here, there's our contract address. So that's it, over to you. Thank you very much, John.
Sure, Marius, beautiful stuff. Really, really great to see not only the market, but what's happening over and all the hard work being done by the team in the background with bitcoinstuff.com and BTAFtoken.io. Absolutely. And it's looking rather snazzy. Very, very cool. Very exciting. So ladies and gents, go have a look at that. Go look at the BTAF buy option. Play around. It obviously is still work in progress. If you do find any bugs, do drop us a support ticket over in your back office, but have a look that we will be keeping you all apprised as to BTAF buy and all the other things as well. Speaking of developments, still going on. I'm not sure what day we're into now, Vix, in terms of if you had started from the beginning when we launched the 4th staking contract, but it could be day 0 or day 1 for many people. Take us through what's been happening.
Exactly. So thanks, John. Yes, this page, I have lost count as well. I'm actually, I'm in holiday mode still, but yes, it is day 1 or day 2 or day 3 because our staking contracts work differently. So that's what I wanted to go through this afternoon, tonight, this morning, wherever you are. This is our new staking page. And if you don't see these little lines, basically, please clear your cache because we have changed the way our staking page looks. Now what we have is this little arrow right down here under all of the individual contracts that expand and contract them, because it was getting quite long. So we've decided to redesign the page. So there's a lot of redesigning going on everywhere. So when you first land on this page, you will see 4 separate contracts starting from the oldest one down the bottom. So this was our very first one, moving to the one that is live now. And if you're not sure, right over here on the right, it actually gives you a little bit of a hint as to what the contracts are doing. So this is live and you can interact with this contract, which means you can stake, you can unstake, but be careful with that. More on that later. You can claim your rewards. And the last 3 are not live as such anymore. So they've matured, which means you can't stake in them. But if you do have tokens left in them, please unstake them. So let me get into that now. So just like before, any of these buttons, connect MetaMask or connect to peer, will connect your MetaMask to the contracts, and it will connect all 4 dashboards at once. So you don't have to connect the individual dashboards. Once you've connected once, it's connected on all of them. So what you can do, please, if you haven't already, and if you have staked, just drop the menus down on each contract and just make sure that you have no tokens left staked in the first 3 contracts, because your tokens are sitting there, they're safe, but they're just not really doing anything for you. They're not generating rewards, so they're doing nothing for you. You want to get them out and put them in the contract that will do something for you. So just down here on the bottom right-hand side, if you see something that says unstaked tokens, it means you have not unstaked your tokens. If you see unstaked, you have unstaked. So right here, I still have just over 1 token left to unstake. And right here, I have 1.95 left to unstake. So I really should do that because they're just sitting there, not doing anything. And then right here on this line where it says available rewards, if you see something there, it means you also have not claimed your rewards. So it's a 2-step process. You have to claim your rewards, and those are the rewards that you generated by having tokens in the contract. So claim your rewards, which will turn this to 0, and then unstake your tokens. So it's a 2-step process, and they'll both go back into MetaMask. So just do that on all of these 3 contracts. So go up here, do the same thing on the second one here. Just make sure, oh, no, right, I have that left to unstake and I have that left, because at the moment, if you're not sure, it says right here, you can now both claim your rewards safely and unstake your tokens without penalty. That's the big one, because if these contracts had not matured, if you tried to unstake them, you could, but you would incur a penalty, and we don't want you to do that. But this is safe to unstake without penalty. So unstake your tokens, which would unstake 7.8 on this line for me, claim my rewards, and then that's how much it would claim on this line, and do the same thing for this line if you've staked multiple times. You might have only staked once, so you'll only see 1 line here if you only staked once. So please do that for all of the contracts. Then you can restake all those tokens in the contract that's live. So this is our new contract. It's a 6-month contract, and it does work a little differently. If you staked before, these 3 contracts had a start date and an end date, which means when we launched it, the ticker was counting down already, 90 days, 89 days, 88 days. This was a definite start date and a definite end date. So every line here, if you staked more than once, would have ended at the same time. It would have matured at the same time. You can unstake your tokens without penalty and claim your rewards. But this one works a little differently, and that's what John was alluding to before. So when you stake into this new contract, every time you stake, it creates a new line as usual, but this is new just here. Where it says ends in, this is new, which means every time you stake, a new 6-month period begins, which means I have 145 days left onto this contract before it matures. And when this turns to 0 and disappears, I will be able to unstake without penalty. Now, you can claim your rewards at any time. Rewards, you don't have a penalty. So I could claim, and it takes those tokens out of the contract, puts them into your MetaMask, and it starts over. So if you claim those rewards, it'll just start with 0 and then it'll accumulate more for another 145 days. So just be careful with, if you've staked multiple times, you have to look at this little column here, because if you do unstake before this says 0, there will be a penalty. And if you try and you say unstake, it actually tells you how much penalty you would have. So I staked in that one 4.875. I could just read it down there. If I unstaked right now, because the contract has not matured, I would receive 1.733, blah, 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 blah. But this amount is a penalty. So you would never see those tokens again. So 3.14, they're burned. In fact, no one will see them again because they're actually burned. They don't go back to us. They just go poof and they're burnt forever. So they don't exist anymore. So, no, I don't want to do that. Just cancel out. So if you don't want to unstake, cancel out. So just be careful with those. Now you can stake. So this contract's live. You can stake as normal. If, say, I want to stake 11 tokens, there is a 2.5% fee. So I would actually be staking 10.725 tokens into this contract. I'd say proceed to stake. And you have to make sure you have BNB in your wallet, because BNB will be a fee that you pay. That's not our fee, that's blockchain fee. So you have to do it every time you stake, unstake, claim your rewards. Basically, anytime you interact with the blockchain, BNB is taken out in our instance, because we are built on the BNB blockchain. There we go. And there's my new, down here, there's my new stake. So now I have, see how that's different? I have 179 days. And the reason you don't have 180 days, basically, because it is a 6-month contract, but the reason you don't have 180 days is because rewards are generated and contracts mature per second. So as soon as you stake, you don't have 180 days left, you have 179 days and so many minutes and so many seconds. So that's why it says 179. So this one, they're locked up now for 179 days, my 10.725 tokens. I can claim the rewards if I want. Not that I would, because just be aware that you probably will pay more fees in BNB than tokens that you can take out if you don't have a lot of tokens rewards generated yet. So just be careful with that. Don't claim rewards too many times, because you'll end up paying more BNB fees than you take out. So there we go. So now it just sits there until these mature. So these two mature on the same day. It might not be on the same hour on the same day. So you have to be quite careful to make sure that is 0 and disappears. And you just keep staking, basically, and generating those rewards. So hopefully that was a bit of a reminder about our new contract. And this is here forever, basically, until we decide not to have it. But this is the contract now that will be available to you all the time. So if you want to buy more BTAF, you can then stake them in and you'll just generate another line when you do. So that's all I wanted to say today, John.
Beautiful, really lovely, clear and concise reminder. Thanks, Fix. It's great to see those tokens being generated, just sitting there and they're counting down the days. But if you're gonna like plug them in there and forget about them, maybe set an alert, for just shy of 6 months and be like, oh yes, or you can go check it every week and claim those rewards. And then pop them back in. Again, there are multiple ways you can be going over to, well, we'd like to say BTAF buy at the moment, but there are multiple ways that you can accumulate more BTAF tokens. And we're just looking at what Marius is talking about in the use case. That's important, and whether it also be part of the gifting airdrops as well for those who are still receiving. There are many ways to then add those tokens to that current staking contract. Thanks, Vix. Super cool and super refreshing. Nice to have a little touch base again as to what's happening. And again, all of it is quite explanatory on that staking element on BTFtoken.io as to which it matured and the fact that you can minimize and maximize each of those. Super cool. Loving the colors as well. Cool. Well, speaking about colors, we were talking a little earlier about Marius's shirt and the color, and it's called dog ear blue. I quite like that. It ties in quite nicely. A little segue there. Those puppies have been yapping and trying to draw our attention for so long, Nico. We've seen them in their festive mode and their festive colors. Super cool, which I'll touch on shortly after Wendy. But yeah, you want to tell us more about what's happening over in the kennels and in the dog box? What's happening with our NFTs, Nico?
Yes, definitely. Thanks so much, John. Let me tell you, it was really a blue Christmas for me. These pups are making me crazy. It's 3 different letters, man, and they're hacking into my Wi-Fi. They're using my Wi-Fi. They're playing games, and wherever I open, they pop up. So it's quite a mission. Especially MTT reports take quite a while more, to just complete, as they just take my attention away. But I'll just share my screen, and here you go again. You see, they just take over. I can't show any slideshow without popping on. So very exciting times. As we said last year, NFTs are coming in 2024, and we are here in 2024. So very, very exciting times, and we're almost at a launch incoming. So that's what we said. Don't miss out. The launch is incoming very, very shortly. We will convey the dates. We will convey the times. I know everyone has been waiting for this for quite some time, and we are busy in the background getting them ready. They are making me mad on this side, so I need to really make a plan. The dog food is getting too much, man. So adopting an NFT is not just about the purchase. Remember that. I just want to bring this across to everyone as well. It's about joining a community and embracing the digital art culture. That's what we're going to do. And welcome to our family. So yes, you're going to be part of the family with this NFT. It's not just a piece of art. It's not just something you purchase. It is part of the family. And remember, all of these dogs have that enclosed little unlockable content too that you will have available. So can't wait to share that as well with everyone. So remember the kennel. There's 3 kennels at this stage. There's the top dogs, the 13 rare collectibles. That includes Tuffy, the main one, the most sought after NFT of them all. Then we have Tuffy's blue litter. Remember, he became daddy. Tuffy's direct 24/5 descendants that we have. And then also we got the new organic litter that I just presented, I think, a month ago, as real as it gets. So those are going to be stunning. They're more on the realistic side of things. So quite stoked to show them soon. So a lot of questions is going to be on how to adopt them. How am I going to adopt a puppy? How are we going to go about it? Is it a difficult procedure? Not at all. The adoption will be quick, easy, and exciting. So first of all, you explore the collection and select the link on the official website. We will still give you that website link of where you can go and look through them. You can click on a link, and then you will be taken to OpenSea, where you can learn about each pup. It will be a description, the whole pedigree, if you can call it that, of the pup. There's no pavement specials here. They are all genuine. They are all cyber, like I said. And you select your favorite or more. You can select more than one. That's the beautiful thing of these NFTs. You can select the whole collection if you want to. There's even that option. And then you just connect your wallet and then complete the adoption. So, and then finally, you enjoy your digital companion. And also you get with us to see unlockable content. So remember, with each pup, there's going to be unlockable content. It might be, it might be a product, it might be tokens, might be any of those things. So let's go to the next slide here. And that's what I just wanted to make sure on included. Remember, we talked about unlockable content. What you will get is high resolution files and artwork, digital files like a certificate of authenticity that's included, as well as special offers like Bitcoin BTAF products. Remember, this is coveted art. It's highly, highly collectible by, one of a kind. There's nothing else like this out there. So, John, you also alluded about the Christmas cards that we had, and like it's just not any card, but congratulations to all the winners as well. I think you're going to cover a little bit more about it, but very exciting. A lot of people are very stoked about their little card they received, the Christmas card with the little NFT on. I send it to you via email or Telegram, the winners. That is a high quality download that you can have on your computer. You can just save it there. And remember, that is an artwork from us. And then, like I said, see you soon. We're going to announce soon what's going to happen with the NFTs. It's on the front door. Can't wait, but we will convey in the next webinar. So thanks so much, John. Over to you.
Yeah, thank you. That puppy you had on the adoption page looked very much like a firefighter, like almost a futuristic firefighter of sorts.
Yes.
Got my eye on that little pup. Looking super cool. And I see you've had to build onto your house as well, just to
They overrun this house, man. My wife is already, she's climbing the walls.
Sure. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Very, very exciting. We're very excited to see and hear more on what's happening with them. and the fact that they're on OpenSea, going to be on OpenSea as well. Super, super exciting. So ladies and gents, so those of you watching live and those of you watching the recording, definitely keep your eyes on the channels. We're going to be updating you more around that. As you mentioned, Nick, I'll be touching on those NFT cards shortly in my next segment. But first, Mama Bear's got some things to share with us first. Over to you, Wendy.
Okay, can you hear me okay through my speakers?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, good. All right, good. So welcome everybody to this new year. We're excited about it and what's going to take place. So I'm going to start off and I'm going to talk to you about the IPO group. So a lot of people have been questioning, when are we going to get the next ICO? Okay, so we want to answer that question, and we want to answer it with open and honesty and everything else. We don't know. So, and the reason why we don't know is because we are still constantly looking into different projects that we can bring to you. They work different than what they did a couple years ago. So when you started out with TAF token originally, and then it turned into BTAF token, the ICOs and the IDOs all ran differently. You were able to get your tokens right off the bat, and you were able to sell them at launch, and people made considerable amount of money right off the bat in doing that. Now they've changed the way they do ICOs. And so we are really, really struggling right now to find the best of the best for you. When we come across them that are really, really good, we have to make sure that, number one, they're legitimate projects, that we can get them to you, and that you have the money out of the market so that you can purchase and you can buy in, because sometimes they have a very large buy-in, and we have to meet the minimum requirement. And as we've had one project in the past that was really, really good, but we just couldn't raise the funds up because everybody was stuck in the market. Well, the market's coming unstuck right now. We are all excited about the fact that the market's running again, and the fact that over the past year, people just weren't wanting to launch in a down market. So that took a lot of the projects back where we couldn't get into them because they were holding back on the launches. So for all those people who are in the IPO group, we are constantly looking at them. But what we did last year was we stepped it up a bit, and we added a bonus for you guys, as we're going to continue to do throughout this year. Last year, we were allowed you to be part of the inner circle one day a month, which a lot of people benefit from. Hopefully you enjoyed that bonus. And this year, we're going to be doing some different things. So what we've decided to do is the team got together and we were doing our planning for this coming year. And we thought that it would be great that we have a special for the next 3 months. Marius and the team are going to give you a special meeting. So we are going to do a special presentation. We're going to be bringing special things to you that you would not have anywhere else. Marius will be giving different type of presentation, and we'll be throwing in some different things on this particular call. So we will be posting. I want you to stay in the channel for more details on what to expect from these calls. But for the next 3 months, we're giving you a call. We've got other things planned for the rest of the year for the IPO group. And I don't want to give it away what we've already decided on, but we're excited about what the whole year is coming to. But our first call for you, if you're in the IPO group and you're holding a diamond or platinum membership, is on January 24th at 11 a.m. UTC. So that will be posted in the channel. We already have the date set for them, and we'll be feeding them to you as we go on that channel. So that is good from me. And then from there, let's see what the latest gifting on the airdrop. We are through with the airdrops. So everybody needs to know that we've closed out, that we're open for a year. Most everybody has received and finished out their tokens and should be staking them, holding on to them and earning more. Now, there are still some people that are finishing their gifting. Now, these are the people that have submitted, they were late to the party, and we're still doing some one-off giftings and stuff. And it will still be kind of going on for just a little while longer. But for the most part, the gifting process is over. Everybody is excited. They all have their tokens in their hands now to do what you want to with it. we were really happy that we were able to replace the TAF tokens that you were holding with the BTAF tokens, and that we have this great utility token that we are now have a use case for. And as you've noticed over the last year, we've been able to use the BTAF token on a lot of our different products. Marius and the IT team and Michelle have all been working in the background to get this use case, even a lot of those things that Marius showed you earlier. They're constantly working on this website, improving it. And I think there was one question that somebody had said that, keep it simple, keep the website simple. And that's what we endeavor to do, is not make it confusing. That's why if you go to the facts section on the website, you'll find almost all of your questions are answered. And this helps automate the system as well. We want it to be very easy. The staking contracts, which is really great, is what Vicky and the team have been working on in the staking contracts. Now we have a perpetual one that keeps going on and on and on. And that took a lot to get to that stage, and we appreciate your patience for that. But we're excited that this contract is now going to be the one that you're going to be using from now on to keep staking. So for me, the gifting process was a huge success. We've had a lot of great feedback from a lot of people. And now we move into this year with the IPO group and all the exciting things that we have coming on with the NFT launching. And the future looks very, very bright for BTAF tokens. So we're extremely excited. But that's it for me. Over to you, John.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic the fact that BTAF token is a utility token and it has real use case. Looking over at BTAF Pay, we're looking at so many different use cases around that. And thank you for the update on not just the gifting airdrops, but I'd like to touch on that IPO members channel as well. Great news as well. You guys do have that call on the 25th of January coming up. Watch the channel for more details around that. But of course, the team has been always working, looking for new projects, looking at the CoinQuest slides. There's a great little undersea a little project going to be launched for IPO members to get in on. Again, always do your own research, but the team does a lot of the research as well for you, trying to find and add quality to your various memberships as well. Thank you again, Wendy, for that update. And of course, like Michelle has been posting over in the chat side, you can obviously drop any sort of question you might have via support ticket, and we'll be able to answer you. There are a couple of questions down in the Q&A down below, which we'll get to shortly. I'm just going to give a quick update on the contest. We had such a great number of entries from people all over the world. A number of you on this call right now actually participated, and some of you won. And now just having a quick look at some of you have claimed your prizes already, that being your NFT cards, as well as the associated with the linked prize as well. Clement, you're on a call. You still need to claim yours. We still need to hear as well from Harold, one of our German friends, and S. Tom as well. So we'd like to hear from the three of you. The others have already claimed their prizes. Yeah. Cool. So well done to all of you that did participate in that. And we will be having another one of those fun, light-hearted games that we had a couple last year as well. So we'll be having one at the end of the year. End of the month, where we can have a little bit of fun and you can get some more BTAF tokens. And of course, you know what you can do with that. You can use them either with BTAF Pay, or you can use them in the staking, where more can be generated. Just as a reminder, I think we had close on 6,000 different entries for the last contest. And those were validated entries, thanks to Gleam. It's such a great tool to be able to help us with that and select those winners randomly. And whether or not you followed us on a page or you subscribed to an email newsletter or whatever it was, you got an entry around that. And it's just another fun way you can enter daily. We will have another one of those contests later on, maybe two later on during the year. So just a reminder for those of you who have not yet sent a support ticket, where we can get your details, whether it be your Binance Smart Chain wallet address for your tokens, or whether it be, the 30 days access to long-term trade reports with Marius. Why would you not want to get hold of that and see what the market is doing? So again, thank you for all of those who participated. And again, thank you to Marius, to Wendy, to Miko, and the BTAF token team for those prizes as well, for giving our members something back at the end of 2023. But we'll be giving you more going into 2024. Now, speaking of giving more, let's have a look at some of those questions quickly. I see Wendy's put a name with some of them. Yeah, we've got some people who want to get hold of some nice merchandise. Yeah, Wendy, you want to answer one or two of those?
Sure. Okay, so the first one was, what are the chances of another 90-day contract? That's a good question. I can turn that one over to Vicki. She is our contract queen.
Well, I can't say one way or another. So there may or may not be something special for our IPO members later in the year. So we'll leave it at that, I think. Little cryptic, but that's all I can say at the moment.
Okay, that's good. So basically, the person was saying that 6 months is long for scalpers. And yes, scalpers we struggle with anything long term. I get that, Daniel. I mean, anything past a day is long term. So we want our rewards today. We want it all that way. But the whole point of staking is so that you lock up your tokens for a little while, and then we reward you for locking them up. So I get it. Scalpers are going to struggle with that. We'll take on board your question on that, and we'll consider it. But we are really excited that this one you can stake, and it can be perpetual. In other words, you stake today, you can stake tomorrow, and it starts a new contract for you. So this took a lot of effort for us to get this coded in, and these contracts are not cheap either. So trying to get these things coded, and we get them audited too. So we have to make sure that they're highly secure. So there's a lot that goes into these contracts, working with the different companies and the audits that we do on them. So good question on that. Golf shirts. That's a good question. We've been thinking about that. We have these, and we have these for when we went to the big event in Cape Town when we made showing, and we had these made for the team. But we're starting to have some requests, and yes, we may have to get Michelle on that and get some t-shirts out there for people to advertise for us that want to wear our brand boldly. That's good. Keep that in mind, and we'll see what we can do on that one. And then I'll let John answer that next one, because I'm not in Cape Town.
So there's been a question, and we've had it not just within HODLNOTs, but within BitcoinTAF.com as well, and all our different products and subscriptions. CryptoFest was really fun. It was really great a year and a bit ago. And it was great to be able to see the people from, actually we had someone from Namibia come down to visit, a bunch of Cape Townians. We had colleagues and friends from upcountry come and visit. It was really great fun. And I think at some point we may well have maybe a little mini international gatherings. It's something we can chat about for sure. As for, maybe March isn't a bad idea, bad time to have a little social. Let's put that in the pocket, and we'll chat about it. Maybe we'll announce something. We'll have a little gathering in Cape Town, and maybe we can have one somewhere in Australia or wherever it might be. We'll chat with the team and see what we can do. I quite like the idea of sporting some Bitcoin TAF merchandise. But again, another great project. We've got so many other big things on the go in the background that we're working on. We would definitely be looking at that. So great question, great suggestion. Thanks for that, Mike. And we'll see what we can do around that. Do drop us a support ticket as a reminder, so we can put that in the diary. I'm going to put that down now as well, and then we can see what we can do. And Nico, I think maybe we have a little braai. March is a great time.
As long as they know I bring you a puppy with as well. I want to give you a puppy.
A bunch of them. Cool. Any other questions, ladies and gents? No, I think that's good. I think we'll answer there. Thanks, Winnie, for your assistance and your crypticness there, Vicky. But yeah, keep an eye on the weekly bulletin as well as the announcement channel for all the developments around BitcoinTAF.com's BTAF token. And have a look at the new website in terms of the BTAF buy, and have a look at staking. Now's the time to kind of gather your thoughts, prepare yourself for 2024. It's going to be a bumper year. We're very excited. Any last closing remarks, Marius, Wendy, Michelle, Vicky, Nico? Nope.
No, I'm good. I'm just excited for this year. I reckon it's going to be a really great year. We've gone through, think about this now. We've gone through a 2-year. Okay, let's go backwards actually. We came through COVID. It destroyed every single financial asset in the world. Every single business got affected. Then what happened is we had a brief period, a very short period in 2020, where the market spiked. Then we came down for like a 2-year down cycle. It's never ever happened in cryptos. But guys, let me tell you this. You know that I look at cycles all around the world, and I use the Apple cycle in a certain format. This same cycle happened in Apple. And when Apple went through that too, they actually went through a 5-year period. Now, you know that Bitcoin is speeding up, it's running 3 times faster, about 2.7 times faster than Apple, the pattern of Apple. Now, let me tell you what, after that cycle that Apple went through, they skyrocketed and they never ever came back. I tell you now, we are on a precipice with that exact pattern in cryptocurrency. It's looking good. It's looking really good. Over to you, John.
Yeah, exciting stuff. Again, no forward predictions, but in terms of price. But if we were looking at the market to bounce, we're there, whether we're scalpers or we are day traders, medium-term traders or long-term traders. Everyone here at BitcoinTough.com is trying to empower all of you, enlighten and educate all of you through our trainings and our signals on how to better improve your lives as well and have some fun along the way. So again, team, thanks. It's been fun hanging out in our virtual world. And we'll be catching all of you on the very 1st of February for our next AMA, which is in only a couple of weeks' time. And it'll be again every first Thursday of every month for the rest of the year going forward, unless there are special circumstances. But we'll keep you all apprised of that in the announcement channel. But until then, thanks everyone.
Bye, everyone.